Corn.
It's an honor to have you up here, sir.
Yes.
So, I want to go back to how you got started in hip-hop, for those who may not be familiar. So, it was an interesting time in Harlem, Children of the Corn. Talk about who was in that group.
Children of the Corn was me, Big L, Cameron, Bloodshed, God Bless the Dead, Herb McGruff. And that's all I remember at this point.
How crazy is it looking to see how much, you know, did you guys know when you guys started that everybody would kind of still be doing it and still be so relevant in this day and age?
Oh man, it was our plan to be that relevant.
Yeah, right.
Actually, we didn't really look at success as dollar amount or houses and cars like that or jury, none of that. We just wanted to be dope MCs. Yeah. So we would all just push each other to be better, and that's kind of how we got the name Children of the Corn. We would just battle right there on the corner every day, rapping every day. Every day Cam would come up with a new verse, then I have to go home, get a better verse, then I come with a better verse, Gruff got a better verse, then Big L got a better verse, Bloodshed got a better verse, and it just kept going.
Man, what was New York like, and specifically Harlem at that time in hip-hop? Because a lot of people say New York's kind of quiet right now on the hip-hop scene. What was it like back? What do you remember about those times?
I remember the competitiveness, but back then the difference was that we were all trying to outdo each other lyrically. It wasn't no politics to it. I'm just gonna beat you in the booth. No strings attached, anything like that, just dope MCs.
How do you deal with the criticism that people say you can't be a rapper and listen and rap about these things, and then in the same hand be a man of God speaking and preaching to the choir? How do you deal with that criticism?
I don't. I believe everybody have the right to their own opinion. I believe when you're a trailblazer, you take the lashes for everybody else to be able to do something freely. You know, when you see things before it happens, that's when the future belongs to you. When you can see it and you can go towards it and you can obtain it. And now looking back, somebody said, well, how can he do this and how can he do that? It's a real simple answer, because I can. If I couldn't, I wouldn't.
And you know what's interesting? Both things that you do.
And I don't mean that in an arrogant way. It's just, I have the ability to do it. I could hold a conversation on both realms. I think that's a testament that hip-hop artists embodies more than just where people would like to place us. Like, you take a guy like Jay-Z, he did music, but then he went on to be a businessman. And people praised it, even though he was a rapper. 50 Cent went on to do stuff, and he's a rapper, and they praised it. And then Puff Daddy went on to sell liquor and everything else, and they praised it. So why, when it comes to me being able to be a rapper and something else, all of the backlash is kind of ignorant?
There's kind of a similarity, too, between preaching and entertaining in a weird way. Does it ever help you with, you know, has your history on stage help you become a better preacher and giving sermons? And the same way, did it help you become a better rapper with knowing how to, you know, take these messages and write them better?
I think for me, the reason why people get upset with me, because they don't really know me. They have to get to know me. Because just like you mentioned, a preacher, like, I don't look at myself as a preacher, but that's what people would title it as. I look at myself as a teacher. A preacher is like a guy who yells and moans and sing, and I don't do that. A teacher just comes in and say, hey, you at A, you want to get to B, this is how you get there, and then I'm done.
And you can do it on both ends, from music to the church.
Yeah, so it's not like you're, like, I'm the guy that's motivating you to do that. That's a preacher. A teacher just tells you, hey, this is how you get to here, and teaches you step by step how to get there. It's not as much entertaining. And
the first time you left, was it really, to give up all that, was it really tough, or was it something that was very easy for you because you knew it was what you had to do?
I mean, for me, it wasn't really hard, and that's why this go around, I'm trying to get to know the DJs, the people that do all the things behind the scenes, because I believe because of music, there's a certain way that people position you, and sometimes it helps, but sometimes it hurts, because the people don't get to know the real you. So every time something comes out, people are trying to figure out who I am instead of getting to know me, and then once you know a person, you know if that's them or not.
Yeah, that's
real.
You
know, the perception becomes really clear. I just happen to be a guy that grew up in Harlem, overcame a lot, made it big in music and wanted to give back to young people and show them a better way. I don't think I should be criticized for that.
Where do you think Drake and you would be if you had never stepped away? Like, 'cause you were making a lot of those records.
Those same records.
Yeah.
I think it would have been phenomenal. I don't think because I walked away like certain people today would not exist. I think they would still exist. It just would be a different vein. Like some days I think about what it would be like if Biggie was still here.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys would exist, some wouldn't, but you know, it would be totally interesting.
You were in LA, I heard, the night that Big actually passed
Yes.
away, right? And you didn't go to that same party, right? Is there any reason why? Or?
Oh, I can't say it on TV.
You can't say it on TV. But you didn't end up there. It was you in LA at the same time.
Yeah,
Crazy,
I had a girlfriend at the hotel. That was basically it. So that was more important than the party. You go to the party to get the lady, but if you already got the lady, ain't no need to go to the party.
I'm the kind of person, honestly, that I want to be good at everything. So if I just said I'm bad at basketball,